Hey, Michael. Well, I'm Rick. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. And I saw the movie. It was great. Your performance was great in this movie. I'm curious, when you're reading the script, are you, because I had an idea of what your character was supposed to be from a log line, but when you're reading the script, are you rooting for your character or not? Are you rooting for the character of Marco, or does that change as you're going through the script?
Do you know what's mad? It's like, cause I play, it's hard because I always knew I was gonna play him. So it's like, I'm looking at all the other things, and obviously I'm looking at the other factors why he's like this. But I do get it. Like, yeah, Marco is, compared to Timmy, he's not the good guy. Like, I would have been upset, you know, like if I wasn't looking at it from a Marco point of view. But obviously I'm looking at it like my older brother's manipulating me. I don't really know any better. I'm looking at it like, you know, what he done, I needed payback, you know, because that's not acceptable. Because as well, it's not like Timmy's getting to see the conversations that I was having with my brother when I first, you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm basically looking at it from a proper Marco point of view. And yeah, so I root for Marco always.
For me, I was thinking there was a set protagonist, a set antagonist, but throughout this film, I mean, that's what Rapman did a great job of, is like, there's a lot of blurred lines in the story.
Yeah.
There's no kind of like, that's kind of my interpretation. So I was just trying to figure out, you as the actor, like how you viewed that character. So
yeah, nah, man, because it's interesting, because it's like, people are like, oh, what, whatever, they know the ending, and they're like, why this? I'm like, did you not just watch the film? It's not, you know, I'm trying to, it's mad, like, it's mad. But obviously, yeah, when you're watching it like as a fan and just in watching it as a movie, you will take a side, man. And I guess I would probably take Timmy's side too, if I was watching it from a neutral point of view.
Well, I mean, in real life, you know, you're just a brilliant actor. I find you as a very charming guy right now. I mean, I hope to, you know, one day actually be able to meet you in person. So
we'll make it happen.
I was curious, how is the research for this? You know, kind of how you relate to this character in terms of, I don't know if you could do research on being more familiar with gangs or the social hierarchy, or like how neighborhoods are divided.
For me, it's like, so the world that Blue Story is set in, it's obviously set in Southeast London, but I mean, the stuff that goes on, which is why I feel like it will translate well in America or wherever the movie goes, because these things happen everywhere you go. Like whether you see it or not, it's there, you know, like in any area where it's kind of not, where it's very urban, you know, where there's a lot of, not even just black people, where there's a lot of like projects, I guess, and you're gonna get groups of people that come together as a family, and well, they believe they're a family, you know. So yeah, that's in terms of the gang sense. But in terms of research, I mean, with Marco, from what I'd seen from the scenes when I was auditioning, he's a young kid, just quite innocent and just loving, you know. Like, I feel like Marco's a very loving character at the beginning of the story, and that is what I just enjoyed about the character, really, you know. So when I initially read it, I didn't even think about the latter half of the script. So yeah, man, it was just building off of that. So building off of that innocence, and I guess carrying that innocence through to the end, even though the turn of events, because I still feel like as well, you do see that innocence in Marco, obviously, like right at the end, like, you know, he didn't really want to be involved in all of this. He kind of just got involved, and yeah, man, it's quite sad, really. But I wouldn't say I had to do any research into gangs, because this stuff's all around us. It's not like I'm chilling with no gangs or anything, but you know,
right.
You hear about it all the time in the news. There's like Instagram pages of what's going on. Like you can literally find out from Instagram what's going on in the streets right now. And yeah, man, like there's obviously drill music, which is like a big thing over in the UK right now, and that's a lot of gang people speaking about their real life experiences, which is very like that helped me a lot, to be honest, because, you know, I guess I was hearing the truth through their music. A lot of these drill rappers over here, there's a lot of them do speak the truth, although a lot of them do lie. A lot of them do speak about their real life experience, and I guess that really helped with my character development.
And then finally, how was it working with Rapman, you know, as this musician, writer, director?
Honestly, man, it was amazing. Like, it was inspirational, and it was just fun, man. Honestly, it was so fun, but it was so intense in terms of we was on a very tight time frame. We filmed the movie in like 23 days. But at the same time, it was so fun. Everyone that was involved in the movie was, you know, was cool. And obviously Raps created that kind of energy on set, man. He had a lot of real people from these real worlds. And yeah, man, it was just good to see how he worked, because obviously I'd been a fan of his work. And when he was doing some of his old stuff, even the first Blue Story, I wasn't no big fan, but I'd acknowledged it, and I was like, raw, I would love to do something like that one day. And then, so it was good to see how he transitioned from doing, I don't know if you're familiar with a lot of Rapman's old work, but he obviously raps throughout the whole short films or whatever he was doing. So it was interesting to see how he went from that to actually letting the actors do what they're doing, their voice and everything, as well as narrate, having his USP within the movie. Felt like it worked, and it was an amazing choice. And yeah, man, I think he's just amazing. Obviously, he's just going from strength to strength, and I'm honestly just so happy for him, man. He deserves it all, man. He's put in a lot of work over the years, and now he's just reaping all of his rewards.
Well, I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed your performance. I can't wait to see what you do next. Congratulations also on being the BAFTA 2020 Rising Star.
Thank you.
The film is Blue Story, streaming now. Until next time, I'm Rick Hong, and you've been watching Hollywood First Look Features. Check it out. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, man. Thank you.